Alvarez gets into one to center field all the way back, and that's gone! Yordan Alvarez, a line drive bullet over the 410-foot mark. And the Astros jump in front again tonight. It's 2-0.
I love that we got reruns of murder for the last 3 days. This has got to be, these last 3 days, the Astros kicking the absolute ass of the Rangers, the most satisfying regular season series since they moved to the American League. And that's when I moved down here. I'm trying to think off the top of my head of something that even holds a candle to what the Astros were able to complete yesterday with yet another bullying of the Rangers. 12-3 the final score. Let's just take a look at the numbers in totality for this 3-game series. 16 home runs, 39 runs, 50 hits. You also got a sweep. Sweeps are always fun. You swept a playoff caliber team. You swept a team from Arlington. You swept a team from Arlington that was in first place for most of the season, with fans that had finally shown their faces, like our friend Tab, to talk that ish in the middle of the year. And here we are now. And I think we have to have a serious conversation here. It is the most interactive sports talk show in Houston. So I want your input on this. And I was hesitant to do it yesterday. Sean Mapes was behind the glass as always. Sean, I'm wavering here because there's a lot of season left. Right? I mean, the Astros aren't up on the Texas Rangers by all that much. 3 games in the AL West right now. They have the tiebreaker. But are we prematurely murdering the Texas Rangers, say we were to give them their last rites right now, 10:05, September 7th of 2023?
I mean, it definitely doesn't... They are only down, 3 games, 2 games?
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like there's a big run coming from the Rangers anytime soon, given just how things have trended, I don't know, the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
It feels like it's more than 3 games. I'll just say that.
It really does.
Not to go all fan graphs on you, but in the Seanalytics, they're more like 6 or 7 games out.
Okay, so more like 6 or 7 games out. Let's keep
Just
going.
based off vibes.
Vibes, I like it. Okay, so continuing to go off of vibes and Seanalytics, they're 6 to 7 games out. What is the probability, Fangraph style, Seanalytics Fangraph style, that they can pull even and overtake the Astros by the end of the year? Because we do have a month to go.
Hold on. Let me run the numbers. 12.5%.
12.5%.
12.5.
You know what? That's alarmingly high. And I don't know if we can do what I want to do right now.
Yeah. A little bit more than 1/10.
We are the master trolls of this station. Sometimes you can't even tell if we're being serious or not. I really want to kill him. I mean, I just want to kill him in a merciful way. How many people have seen the movie Old Yeller? You know, at the very end, the young boy, he's got this great dog that's protected him for all of this time, but he's got the rabies, and now you can't have him around the family anymore. So he gets out his trusted rifle and bam, takes him out. It was a merciful killing. Can we kill the Texas Rangers right now? And I'm nervous. I'm very, very nervous here because I don't want this to be used against me in the same way that so many people online are using past posts by the Bally Sports Southwest Rangers broadcast account, Rangers fans like Rangers Insider, Rangers broadcasters. I don't want to have egg on my face. But sometimes a man has to be a man. Sometimes a man has to be bold. And so right now, 10:08, September 7th of 2023, even at the risk of this making me look like a doofus at the end of the year, I think it is time that we lay the 2023 Texas Rangers to rest. Let me get on some proper attire. Maybe we get some music. I don't want to tear up, so I put some sunglasses on. I brought a black tie in as well. Rest in peace, 2023 Texas Rangers. There was so much promise, so many possibilities in your life. And I suppose there's still a possibility of making the playoffs. But an empty feeling we are all left with, knowing that there ain't no chance of this team winning the American League West. And if you don't win the American League West, I mean, what's the point? Like, do you even matter? We're used to it here. But anyway, sorry. I'm getting a little bit mean during these funeral rites for the Texas Rangers. How can we forget the 5.5 game lead they had in June? July? How can we forget all of the runs scored? The run differential. Hope finally given to a sports fan base in South Oklahoma, saddled with Mike McCarthy, Dak Prescott, all of TCU's good players leaving for the NFL. Luka Doncic being stuck with a flat earther and Kyrie Irving. I don't know anything about hockey, so I got nothing there. But hey, I want the people of Texas, check that, South Oklahoma, to know this. You are not alone in these trying times. We are here for you. And remember the good times in June and July, because they were in June and July. They weren't in August. Honestly, they were more so in June and in May and in April. But they were times indeed. And with that, Texas Rangers 2023, we lay thee to rest. May the spirit hold you in high standing. Rest in power. Sean, do you have any other words that you would like to offer at this time of sadness for the people of South Oklahoma and Arlington?
No, not really.
Not really?
No.
Some people are already pushing back. Why are you doing this? King of all Twitches, too early for this. Karma stinks. You know what? Who cares, right? Let's ride high, baby. You never know. For all we know, we've said this before, this is the only show that tells you the truth. For all we know, I mean, we might get taken out by NHI, non-human intelligence, by the end of the day. You know? So, gotta live in the moment. But rest in peace, Texas Rangers of 2023, as far as chances to win the American League West. Watch them actually do well against the Seattle Mariners in those games down the stretch.
And then the Astros lose to, like, I don't know, like the Guardians or whoever they're playing.
Listen, as long as the Astros don't lose to the Rangers, we're good. I don't think this can be used against us if they lose to anyone other than the Rangers. But if they lose to the Rangers, yeah, this is going to suck. We will be on freezing cold takes.
Yeah.
Damn, now I'm starting to have some regrets. Gotta say, Dusty Baker's load management clearly working. On that home run, did you see Astros killer Adolis Garcia get absolutely blasted by the wall while trying to catch it? It makes you wonder, what if Dusty Baker was the manager of the Texas Rangers? Because this is a guy who knows how to manage loads. How do you think Rangers fans would feel if, say, Dusty Baker gave Adolis Garcia that day off for no reason at all, seemingly to us, To them, it would have been about load. It would have been about load management for the Rangers, and Garcia might not have even gotten hurt, Sean.
I mean, the Rangers, say what you want about their season. They definitely blew their load in like June or July.
Definitely.
And with Dusty there to go, not yet. Don't, not yet. Don't blow it yet.
With time comes the ability to maintain.
Stop. Corey Seager, stop.
Thinking about grandmas. 713-780.
Think about baseball, honestly.
Yeah. Think about the lineup card. That's very confusing every single night. I love the lineup truthers out there. It is the most interactive sports talk show in Houston. 713-780-3776. We got Lamont calling in. Lamont, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Paul? Say, man, looking at this series, would you agree that the Rangers look depleted right now? They
yeah, man.
Defeated.
There's something up. I can't tell what it is, but the only guy that showed up was essentially Marcus Semien, who's the only guy that had a backbone the last time the Astros and Rangers played. I mean, that was the guy that was starting all the fights. I thought that guy was actually going to perhaps have this team with a different frame of mind the next time around, but he hit 2 home runs last night. He's the only guy who showed up. Max Scherzer even stunk.
Okay, now with that being said, this is something to put in the Astros there. Where I'm not going to say the Rangers would purposely do it or anything like that, but the Rangers have 7 games remaining with the Seattle Mariners.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seattle. What if they're just so defeated, depleted, they really don't care, that they out of the playoffs, and what the hell?
I agree. Lamont, it's something I thought about.
I'm not saying that the Rangers are purposely doing that, but indirectly, this could possibly happen.
I totally get what you're saying. It is a thought that crossed my mind, and appreciate the phone call, Lamont. It's something I was thinking about. Okay, damn, wait. They're making it a little bit easier for the Mariners if this is all they're going to show. And they're still in the playoff race. They're not done. I mean, we killed them as far as winning the American League West. But they could theoretically absolutely pulverize Seattle in those 7 games against the Mariners to end the year. And, blow it against those teams. You know? What am I talking about? They could lose, theoretically, the Rangers, all 7 of those games against Seattle in the last 10 games of the year. And that is the one thought that crossed my mind thinking, damn, they might make it so that this is now a 2-horse race between the Astros and Seattle and make it so that the Astros have almost 0 wiggle room to win. Because it did feel, Sean, at the end of this game, like the Rangers, as Lamont said, are just down bad.
Yeah, maybe it is just a this series thing, because watching the Astros, we'd see it. The last couple weeks, almost every other series, they look absolutely awful against the Mariners, and they bounce back against the Red Sox. Then they fall back to earth against the Yankees, and now this series where the
Padres at home. It's at home, by the way.
Yeah. Ugh. Please, can we go to San Diego? And so there is a little bit of the Astros seemingly kind of fall apart, and then they pick up the pieces, and then they move on. I'm not sure if the Rangers can do that, because the Astros do have, and this is going to be very kind of BS sounding, but I do think there is some truth to it, of a championship DNA of they have veterans that have been through it, that went through it last year, and they can kind of pick up the pieces and help guys along. Looking at the Rangers roster, I mean, you would think Max Scherzer is that kind of guy, or you'd think a player of his stature is that kind of guy, but his actual personality, I don't think he is.
I agree. Semien's the only guy that I feel like is that
Semien
dude.
And Seager kind of are the only 2 that I look at. Mitch Garver maybe as their Yadier, or their not Yadier, or kind of Yadier Molina, but their Martin Maldonado. There's really not much.
Exactly.
You hope that this is the low point. As an Astros fan, this is a very weird thing to say. As an Astros fan, you hope this outing by the Rangers is the low point in their season.
You're actually rooting for them to have a pulse the rest of the way.
Just go 3-4 in the 7 against the Mariners. Just split it as close as you can against the Mariners to give the Astros some wiggle room.
You nailed that.
Thank you.
On that Rangers team would you look to, and if he were to give a speech, if you're in that Rangers clubhouse, are you actually listening to? Where with the Astros, there's a lot of guys who you would do that. This is how you can have like 27 team meetings. Whenever they have a bad series, team meeting. Another guy gets the team meeting. Another guy leads the team meeting.
Verlander, you take this.
Yeah, exactly. You can rotate it around. There's always a fresh message. Where with the Rangers, I don't really know where they're getting it from. A couple of comments here. This is funny from Ace Mendez. What if the Rangers blew it against the Mariners just to get back at the Astros down the stretch? That would be kind of funny.
I'm not even sure if it would. I mean,
It would. I mean, I don't want the Mariners to win the division. Some people are saying, "Oh, Paul, you're a Mariners fan. You're trying to do the jinx here." No, I'm done with them. They're all bitching and moaning on that Seattle line about like the Astros again, and I'm just like, you know what, guys. It's fun to talk trash, but at the very least, like, come up with something creative. And their lack of creativity has me feeling petty, and I don't want them to have anything that I can't have. So I want them to suffer. Is that mean? Yes. But that's who I am. I'm very petty. There would be a small amount of laughter for me if the Rangers like did this on purpose and they told us that they were doing this on purpose.
if they just threw Nathan Eovaldi every game.
They just start him every game, right?
7 straight.
The positional players coming out of the bullpen. A couple other comments. I wore a tie and sunglasses in the last segment, and I read the last rites of the Texas Rangers for 2023. 75 Truth commented, "Too early, gonna hang you by that tie if things go sideways." Yeah, I can understand that. I didn't want to do it, but I had to do it, if that makes sense.
It definitely, again, just like emotionally, it feels like the Rangers are done. Like, it just feels like as a team, they're just like kind of tapped out of the season.
It does. And
that's where like Lamont was saying, like they could not even lay down, but they're just already laying down so that when the Mariners play them 7 times, like it's just going to be a walkover.
We're allowing doubt to creep in our minds. We should be enjoying this day, Sean. No.
Okay.
We should. But all of these thoughts are rational ones. But let's save this for tomorrow. Let's save this for after the series against the Padres. You know,
okay.
I want to have good vibes today. So let's revel in the misery of where this Rangers team is.